Good morning. So this morning we're going to do something a little bit different. Typically I say that my yoga classes are relatively easy, good for beginners or experienced people. But last week I had a class that I discovered that my class was a little bit challenging for them. So today we're going to go and do something a little bit slower and more of a how-to, kind of a beginner's course in yoga, and we will do less of the rigorous poses. In my normal yoga class, we don't do a lot of the higher, more complex poses that you twist yourself into a pretzel and that sort of thing. But I discovered that some people who haven't worked out for a while or who are true beginners have a difficult time doing some of the more basic poses. So we're going to go through kind of a how-to on some of these things that you can try out at home and practice that way. So we like to always start out with some breathing. I like to do some qigong breathing. So first, just kind of relax. And let's take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to breathe in through the nose, all the way down to the belly. All the way in. All the way out. We're trying to stream that air in through your nose. And then stream it out. All right, now let's lift your arms up, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time, breathing in. And breathing out. All right. Have your fingers pointing toward each other, palms up. We're going to lift up as we inhale. Turn your hands over, press down. Visualization is also good. We're trying to move the chi through the body, so we're going to lift up, raise the chi. Chi is your life force and energy. Push it down, exhale. And then come up. This time, once we're up here, we're going to push it out toward the sides. Press out, exhale, and bring your hands down. Lift up, inhale. Push your hands out. One more time. Bringing your hands down, lift them up. Push them out. Bring them down. Palms facing each other. Pretend like you're holding onto a sticky piece of taffy. We're going to breathe in, stretch it out. And we're trying to stretch out that energy. And then we're going to squeeze it back together as we exhale. Breathe in, stretch it out. Breathe out. Squish it back together. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. At this point, take note of your hands and see if you can feel any energy. Can you feel any tingling? Can you feel any heat? Can you feel any pressure between your hands? So now imagine you're holding onto a ball of hot sun, and we're going to roll it around. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. All right, now we're going to hold that energy and we're going to lift it up. Breathing in. Got energy in both hands. We're going to press it into our chakras. Top of the head, forehead, throat, heart, upper abs, lower abs, and down. These are also our glands. So breathing in, so you're pushing energy into your glandular system as well. Top of your head, forehead, throat, heart, upper abs, lower abs. Up one more time, breathing in, gather up that energy, push it into your head, forehead, throat, heart, upper abs, lower abs, and down. Take a breath. Calm the mind. Make sure you're breathing all the way down to your belly. If you want to put your hands right here, expand as you breathe in. And exhale, contract your stomach. All right, now let's just slowly go down and touch your toes. If you can't go all the way down to your toes, that's okay. Just go down as far as you can. Stretch it out and hold. Don't forget to breathe. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up. Breathing in. Lean forward. We're going flat back all the way down. Far as you can. Hold it. Breathe. Roll it back up. Roll your shoulders back, back, and back. All right, let's take your feet to the outside of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, arms out. Come on down. Keep your back flat. Try to get your fingers down to the mat. So some people can go all the way down to their palms or further. But the first one, if you're a beginner, if you can only come to here, that's okay. Just stretch it out and breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Then look up. Come back up. Breathing in. Gathering up that energy. Exhale, breathing out. Come on down. Let's go down. Try to put your palms on the floor this time a little bit further. We'll try to go a little bit further each time if possible. Could be just like a quarter inch. Look up. Come back up. Exhale, go back down. All right, both hands on the mat. Keep your right hand on the mat. Take your left hand up toward the sky or your ceiling if you're inside. Hold that pose and breathe. And just relax and breathe through it. Bring your left hand down, put it on the mat. Take your right hand up toward the sky. And breathe. Bring both hands down to the mat.
Now fold your arms and see if you can go even further down. This way your hands are not stopping you. You may be able to go a little bit further. Hold it and breathe. Both hands on the mat. And then let's look up. Breathe in. Come up. Bring your arms down. Alright, both feet back on the mat. Alright, let's take your right foot, keep it forward, take your left foot, put it back. We're going to keep both legs straight. We're going to do a little hamstring stretch to the right leg. Good posture. Breathe in. Reach forward and down. You can slide down your leg as far as you can go. Press your nose down towards your knee. Try to relax and breathe through it. Slowly come back up. Breathe in. Gather up that energy. Reaching out. You can put your hands right on your shin and slide yourself down. Press your nose down towards your knee. Try to relax. Let those muscles stretch. Come up. Let's go one more time. Breathing in. Reaching forward and down. Stretch it out. And slowly come back up. Let's switch feet. Left foot forward, right foot back. Shouldn't be too hard so far, right? Nice and easy, just doing some stretches. Both legs straight, breathing in. Lift up those arms, reaching forward. Slide down that shin. Push your nose down towards your knee. Come up. Breathing in. Reaching forward. Slide down your foot. Keep breathing. Come up. One more time. Breathing in. Reaching out. And coming up. Let's bring both feet together. Do a simple stretch. Breathing in. Lift up. And then lean over to the left. Extend your arms. Stretch it out. Come up. Breathing in. Lean over to the right. Stretch it out. Come up. Breathe in. Lean over to the left, stretch it out. Come up, breathe in. Lean over to the right, stretch it out. Come up, breathe in. And bring your arms down. Alright, next one we're going to try a little bit of balance. So take this left foot. Make sure your right foot is on flat ground. If you're inside, that should be easy. If you're outside, try to make sure you're on flat ground. Take this left foot. You can either put it just to the inside of your ankle if you have trouble with balance. You can bring it up to the inside of your calf, or you can bring it up above your knee and just try to stand on one leg in balance. And then try to bring your arms up. Sometimes it helps if you pick a spot on the floor and just look at that spot. That helps your balance. Exhale, bring your arms down. We're going to switch feet. All right, take your right foot, put it either to the inside of your ankle, inside of your calf, or above your knee. Pick a spot on the floor to look at. Try to just keep your belly button over your left toe. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. All right, very nice. We're going to try another little balance. We're going to balance on your right foot. Try to grab a hold of your left ankle. And we're just going to stand. Again, your belly button should be pretty close to over your right toe. If your knee is way out here, try to bring it in a little bit closer. Get them together and try to hold that pose. Most people fall over to this side because their center of gravity is over here instead of over your right toe. All right, let's switch feet. Balance on your left. Shift your weight over your left toe. Grab your right ankle and then try to bring those knees closer together. Hold it and breathe. And release. All right. Now we're going to try another one. This one's a relatively easy one. Both feet are going to stay on the floor. We're going to bring the arms up. Breathe in. And then pretend like you're sitting in a chair. Bend your knees. Stick your butt back. Hold that pose. And slowly come back up. Breathing in. Breathing out. All right, we're going to take this up a notch. Breathing in. Same thing. Bend your knees. Go down into a seated position. And then bring your hands together in prayer and take your left elbow, cross it over your right knee, and try to look over your right shoulder. Stretch that out. Then come back up. Breathing in. Let's do the other side. Exhale, coming down into your chair position. Turn. Take your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Come back up, breathe in. Exhale, bring your arms down. All right, now we're going to take our left foot, cross it over your right knee. Breathe in. And try to set yourself down like you're sitting in a chair. It's a little bit harder. Come back up, breathe in. And exhale. Let's switch sides. Take your right foot. Got to balance. Take that right foot across your left knee. Breathe in. Coming down. Coming up. Exhale, coming down. All right. How you doing so far? Haven't even gone down to the mat yet. All right, so now we're going to go and we're going to do, this is typically how we start out the yoga workout. But if you haven't worked out for a while and you have not a whole lot of upper body strength, this could be a little bit challenging for you. So we're going to break it down. So let's breathe in, gather up that energy. Breathe out, arms come out, lean forward, try to keep your back flat, come on down. As far as you can. If you can only get to here, then you're going to have to bend your knees, but try to come all the way down to the mat and then step back into a push-up position. Now, once you're here, we do our chaturanga, but if this is difficult for some people, it's like doing a push-up. You want to keep your elbows to your side. Just drop yourself all the way down to the floor. All the way down, okay? And then point your toes and push your body up. Now, we want to try to get the knees off the ground, but if that's too hard, just leave your knees on the ground, but try to pull your shoulders down, pop your head up, hold that pose, and then lower yourself back down. Go ahead and take it all the way down to the ground. Point your toes back into the mat. Try to push yourself back up into a push-up position. If you can't get all the way up, go up to your knees first, and then lift your knees off the mat. From here, we're going to go into downward dog. So you're going to lift your hips up, pressing your heels down toward the floor. Your chest is pressing back towards your knees. You're trying to keep your arms relatively straight, and don't forget to breathe. So from here, we're going to try to jump forward. So we're going to bend the knees. Now, if you can't jump, you can walk yourself back forward, but if you can, try to hop back up. Okay, and then straighten out your legs. We're back to here. We're going to come back up, look up, breathe in. Let's come back down. We're going to do this a couple of times. Come down, arms out, back straight, coming on down. Hands on the mat. Step back into a push-up position. We're going to just push yourself all the way down to the floor. Point your back toes, point your toes. Lift your body up. Look up if you can. Bring the shoulders down, the head up. Set yourself back down. Toes back on the mat. Up into push-up position, we'll go roll it up to your knees, and then up, and then downward dog. Don't forget to breathe. Push those heels down, lift your hips up. Bend your knees. Now if you can't hop up, we're just going to go walk, 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 walk. And then try to straighten out your legs. Look up, come up. Breathing in, breathing out. We're going to try to do it the correct way if you can. This is what it should look like. You can hop back too if you want to. I'm going to step back. Keep your elbows to your side. We go down. Before we hit the ground, we look up. Knees off the ground. Head up. Shoulders down. Upward dog. Push-up position. We're going to do one push-up and down into downward dog. Okay, so that's what we're trying to achieve. So you've got the basics and you've got the correct way. So your homework is to try to get from point A to point B. From here, let's lift your left leg up. Now, if you can only lift it up a little bit, that's all right. The goal is to try to lift it up as high as you can and swing it through up to here. But if you're here and you lift up your leg and you can only swing it through to here, you reach back, you can grab behind your knee or you can grab your foot and just kind of pull it up forward, and we're here. Okay, so let's try both sides. So we're going to take this leg back, so your hands are on the mat. Try to get that foot back into a push-up position. Take your body back into downward dog. Lift up your right foot high as you can. You're going to try to swing it through. If you only get it to here, grab it and pull it forward. Okay, this is runner's pose. So we're doing a lot of stretching. Hamstrings, hip flexors. Alright, so let's go back down and try to get that foot back into a push-up position. Alright, now Next one. Take a break for a second. And go back to push-up position. Go back to downward dog. Lift up your left foot. Swing it through. Pull it up if you have to. From here, we're going to come up. Okay, let's go back down. If you're here and you can't get up, put your hands on your knees, push yourself up, and then bring your arms up. Now, if that's too hard on your leg, straighten your leg out a little bit. And as you get stronger, you'll be able to take it down lower. Okay. So let's bring that back down to runner's pose. And then let's try to get that foot back out of there into push-up position. Go back into downward dog. Lift up your right foot, high as you can get it. Swing it through, and you'll get better with time. We're here in runner's pose. We're going to come up. But if you can't come up, let's do this again. Put your hands on your knees. Press it up. Bring your arms up. If your leg's a little bit too weak to be that low, straighten it out a little bit. That should be a little bit easier for you. And then next time, maybe you go a little bit lower. Okay. And bring it down. Back into push-up position. Take a break. Let's go back into child's pose just to stretch it out a little bit. Come back up to hands and knees. Let's go back into push-up position. We're going to go back and do our chaturanga into an upward dog. So lower yourself down. Go ahead and take it all the way down. Point your toes. Push your upper body up. You can keep your knees on the ground for now. Bring your shoulders down, head up. Lower yourself back down. Toes back on the mat. Push yourself back, kind of back up into all fours, and then push up position, and then downward dog. Lift up your left foot, swing it through. Okay, from here, come up. Bring your hands together into prayer, just like we did on a little bit earlier. And then you're going to twist. Try to take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. If you can't get your elbow over there, you can just put your hands on your knees. Okay, a little bit easier to do like this. But if you can get all the way down to your elbow, you're going to look over your shoulder. Now there's space this way between my front foot and my back foot. If you're on the same line, it's going to be a lot harder to balance. So you want to try to have a little bit of space. Maybe this one's on this side of the mat, this one's on this side of the mat. Okay, so we're just like that. Hands together, twist. If you can't make it all the way, put your hands on there and look over your shoulder. All right, so let's reverse it. Go back down. Take your foot out. We're going to go back to downward dog. Lift up your right foot. Swing it through. Runner's pose. Coming up. Don't forget to breathe. This is all about breathing. Bring your hands together in prayer. Turn to the right. Try to get your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Again, if you can't, just put your hand on the outside of your knee. We can do the same thing. If you can, elbow on the outside of your knee. Twist and look over your shoulder. Keep breathing. Maintain your balance. Come back up. Again, if this is giving out on you, just straighten it up a little bit. Bring it down. Slide that foot back out into push-up position. Let's go down to your hands and knees, back into child's pose and stretch it out. Back to hands and knees, back to push-up, back to downward dog. Lift up your left foot. This time we're going to swing this leg through and across the mat and down. If you're having trouble with that, we can go from hands and knees. Just bring that leg forward and bring the foot across. If you can grab a hold, bring it up as far as you can. Now we're just going to shift the hips backward and down. You should feel it stretching in your left hip. And just hold that and breathe. And put your toe back on the mat. Swing that foot back and back into hands and knees. So we could go from downward dog, lift, swing it up and across. Okay. Or hands and knees, bring it forward, pull that foot across. If you need to, just kind of pull it up a little bit further. Settle your hips down and back and hold that pose and breathe. Good. Bring your toe back to the mat. Bring that foot back. Back down to hands and knees. Okay. Now let's go into some seated poses. We're going to sit cross-legged. Good posture. Let's take one deep breath all the way in. All the way out. All the way in. Leaning forward. Coming up, breathing in. Leaning forward, exhale. Coming up, breathing in. Lean forward, exhale. Coming up, grab underneath your front foot. Lift it, bring it tight to you and lift it up as high as you can. It won't be very far, but that's all right. Just a little stretch. Push it out a couple inches, lift it up a little bit higher. And then take your right hand, grab your right foot, and see if you can extend that out. Maybe you're only like this, that's all right. Little by little. Baby steps. Got to start somewhere. Switching feet. Sitting cross-legged. Deep breath. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Leaning forward. Stretch it out. Come up, breathing in. Lean forward, stretch it out. Come up, breathe in. Lean forward, stretch it out. And up, grab underneath your front foot. Pull it in nice and close, lift it up, stretch. Push it out a little bit, stretch. Grab your toe, see if you can extend it out. And bring it back in. Let's go both feet straight out. Good posture. Breathing in, let's lift up. Reach up and out. Try to touch your toes. Try to grab your toes. Let's say you can only reach your shins. Grab a hold wherever you can and pull yourself forward. And then maybe walk yourself down a little bit further. Pull yourself forward. Walk yourself forward. Come up. Breathe it in. Reach out. Now take one knee at a time and just slowly flex it. So you're stretching and releasing, stretching and releasing, stretching and releasing. And it might look like this. Stretch and release, stretch and release, stretch and release. Some of y'all can go all the way over, touch the floor. Some people are very Gumby-like. All right, now let's take both legs all the way open. As far as you can get them. Again, good posture. We're going to use our hands to pull ourselves forward. So breathe in and then lean forward as you exhale. You can use your fingers and your hands to pull yourself forward. Once you get as far as you can, go a little bit further and hold. Take a breath and then try to go a little bit further and hold. And then come back up. Breathing in, walk yourself forward, 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 forward. Walk yourself out. Try to relax your hips. Breathe. Try to go a little bit further. Breathe. Come back up. All right, let's bring the feet in, sole to sole. You can put your hands on your ankles, hands on your feet, forearms on the inside of your thighs. Good posture. Take one deep breath in and out. In, out, in. Lean forward, exhale, press down on your thighs. Come up, breathe in. Lean forward, exhale, press down. Come up, breathe in. Lean forward. And coming up. All right, put your right foot straight out front. Take your left foot, cross it over your knee. Now you can take your right hand on the outside of your knee, or if you can, take your right elbow on the outside of your knee. Take your left hand, reach all the way back behind as far as you can. Take a breath in, and then twist and look over your left shoulder. Exhale. Relax, breathe in. Twist, look over your shoulder. Breathe in. Twist, look over your shoulder. And breathe in. Now we're going to switch. Left foot out. Take your right foot across your left knee. Try to get your left elbow on the outside of your knee. If you can't, use your hand. Slide it through if you can. Right hand, reach all the way back as far as you can. Take a deep breath. Twist, look over your right shoulder. Come up, breathe in. Twist. Come up, breathe in. Twist. Come up, breathe in. Since we're here, we're going to do a little stretching exercise. So we've still got this leg crossed over your knee. Take your hands, reach through the hole, and then take your left hand on the outside. Grab underneath your left knee. Roll back. Now you can keep your leg bent if you want to, or you can stretch it out, and we're going to pull it back towards your head and stretch. And breathe. Don't forget to breathe. And then release that leg, release the hands. We're going to switch feet. Taking your left foot over your right knee. We can do it from laying down, or we can do it from here, whichever is easier for you. Take your arms, take your hand through the hole, arm on the outside, grab underneath your knee. If you want to keep your leg bent, you can. Pulling that leg back, and then lift it up. Keep pulling, stretch, stretch, stretch. And then bring it down, release, release. From here, grab a hold of your knees. We're just going to rock back and forth. Rock back and forth. Rock back and forth. Rock back and forth. And then roll it on up. Breathing in. All right. So now we're going to do a little bit of tapping. Tapping is a technique to help with relaxation. So we're going to tap on the eyebrow, right kind of where the unibrow comes together. You can use one finger or two fingers, and we're just going to do a little tap and try to keep good posture. Tap, tap, tap right on the bone. They're actually acupressure points or acupuncture points. So we're tapping, we're tapping, we're tapping. And then go out to the outside of your eye. Tap, tap, tap. And then come underneath your eye. Sometimes this gives your eyes a little bit more energy. Works a little bit on the sinuses. And then go right below the nose, right above the lip. And then right below the lip. And then top of the head. You can use both hands if you want to, just to make it even. Then right under your collarbone, feel those two notches right there? Give some taps right there. Keep breathing, relax. And then right on your sternum. And then relax, and let's breathe. Good posture. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. And then lastly, let's lay flat back. Palms up. Relax and breathe. But don't forget, deep breaths all the way down to your abdomen. Breathing in. Nice and slow, breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. All right, now lift up your left knee, pull it across your body and stretch. Come back, lift up your right knee, bring it across your body and stretch. Come back, roll over onto your side. Sit yourself up. And there you go. So if you're a true beginner to yoga, hopefully this will give you a little bit of a warm-up so that you can slowly work your way up to doing the poses. And because I know it's tough when you first get started, and some people, if they've been out for the past year because of the lockdowns, you could be very tight, very stiff, a little bit out of shape.
and maybe your basic yoga poses are a little bit too tough. So, we'll start nice and easy. Try this one a few times during the week until you kind of get the feel for it, and then we can take you up into the normal regular yoga poses. All right, so try that out. Don't fret. You'll get better the more you practice. Again, be positive. Be positive. Keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you'll get. All right. So anytime you have a question, if you need anything, feel free to send me a text or an email. I want to make sure that you're getting healthy, and so I know sometimes people need a little bit of motivation, a little push to keep them going. All right. So if you need that little push, just reach out and come to class too. There's if there's a few people there, it might just be me and you, or it might be a whole group of people. The group is always a fun setting because you've got other people helping you as well. All right, so do what you can, be positive, keep trying, and we'll get you healthy. All right, go out and have a great day. It's a beautiful day outside, and we'll see you next time.